Today, what I want to talk about is the Naziah Harris case, and most specifically, the ones that's involved or connected, should I say, to her or related to the story, who hasn't been charged or we think is sketchy. These are my personal thoughts and opinions. We are all entitled to one. But before I begin, I do want to do my disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commentary, news reporting, scholarship, and research. And my own personal disclaimer, I am not a licensed practicing attorney and cannot give legal advice. This is all legal commentary. So a while back, a few weeks ago, actually, I did a video about Frank. And he's the shop owner of Frank's Autos in the Michigan area. I want to say he has about 7 locations throughout the Metro Detroit area, some within the city, some on the outskirts of the city. And I pulled up his information and actually showed that he is a sex offender and was charged for it back in the day, I think around 2007. Let me just pull it up. Let me see. And if you guys haven't seen the first video that I did on Frank, go back and watch that one first. It'll give you more context as to what I'm talking about now. It's about a half an hour, so if you got the time, just make sure you check that out and hit the thumbs button and reshare that one as well. But this is more like a part 2, and these are going to be my personal thoughts on what I feel as though is going on with this situation. All right, so just to recap, everyone, I'm about to share my screen. So Frank, real name is not Frank. It's actually Fadi Hakim. And this is his 2007 case that he had. I'm not sure why it kicked me out, but give me a moment, guys. Sorry. Hate when it does that. Just when you're about to get down to business. I'm still typing Frank, like, damn, you so used to calling him by that. That ain't even his name. But today's discussion is going to be about him most specifically because for one, him having his own criminal record, abusing children, but not to mention you having several locations across the Detroit area. And we don't know what's going on in these shops. For example, human trafficking is at an all-time high. Prostitution is at an all-time high as well. So we really don't know what goes on in these shops. We've heard some thoughts and opinions from people and some people who's actually visited that shop. Give me 1 second. So I'm trying to see why this is not working. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm about to just recap for the people who hasn't watched the video or people who are new. I'm going to show this screen with you guys. So you can see what I'm referring to. All right, so this is Frank or Fadi. Child sexual abuse in the 4th degree. In the 4th degree, that's pretty much a minor. Anyone under the age of 17 is how the law classified in the state of Michigan. He actually did probation and did nothing. He actually violated his probation. But this is just a little bit of context to what I was showing, what I shared in the first video. But actually, after doing a deep dive, I found out that he actually has a criminal rap sheet that dates back to over 25 years, since the 90s, the late 1990s. Now, these charges are a little bit, I want to say misdemeanor, but to me, I don't look at it as that because for what the charges are, it's raising a red flag of, are you supposed to be in this country? And what I mean by that is, and I'm going to share it with you. He has pretty much been in trouble with the law in every type of city: Dearborn, Detroit, Clinton Township, probably a few more, but me and that I'm a one-man army, I won't be able to search all of these, but I found a lot that goes back to the 1990s. And I'm questioning whether or not you're supposed to be in this country because you have charges for things like no registration, no license plates, no proof of insurance, driving while license suspended, things like that. On top of you already trying to hide your name, probably so somebody can't, see your criminal record. It's like, what are you hiding? These are raising red flags to me. And why I say that is because those are the stuff that he's getting charged for is all of that has his demographic information is related to his demographic information, such as a name, which was fake, your date of birth, your address, and your license number. So my question is, why are you trying to obscure that from the public, and why you've been doing so for the past 25 years? Because that I find questionable. And yet alone, you're able to open up not one, but 7 locations in this state. But auto shops, by the way, but you have no insurance, you're driving dirty, you're having faulty equipment charges and things like that. So let me just share one of these. No, sorry, that's not it. Give me 1 second. Here we go. All right, so I'm just gonna click on a couple. He has a lot. In the city of Dearborn, he has about 17 alone. But all of this is going back to the early 2000s and the late 1990s. So I'm just gonna click on, just give me a second. Okay, this is not the one I was looking for. Give me 1 second. That's just a violation of a seatbelt ticket. Computer is loading kind of slow. Sorry, folks. All right, here we go. All right, so this one is July 7, 2003. State of Michigan versus Hakim. His name is on several cases, and they're all civil infractions, or I want to say charges to do with your identity. But this one is an assault and battery. He has an assault and battery charge. So I'm trying to. He got so many. It's really hard to pinpoint which is which, and I haven't had time to kind of distinguish all of them, only because it's a lot. Folks, so let's see. Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys, because I'll be right back. Thanks so much for holding, guys. I appreciate that. All right. Computer be loading slow, and I can't hold all these links up on my website. On my computer. Okay, so here's what I'm referring to. Here's what I'm referring to. For example, registration or plate violation. This was back in 2011. Of course, you guys know this is going to take a while because I have a slow computer. But I'm going to try to pull up as many cases as I can. Okay, here's another one. Well, that's improper passing, but that's not a. That was the same day that he got the other one. Give me another minute. And I'm gonna try to find some other ones. And I know he has something in Clinton Township as well. And I want to say Redford, but I have to verify Redford. But I know for a fact it's Clinton Township, Detroit, and Dearborn so far. 2 out of the 3 counties is Wayne County, and the other one, Clinton Township, would be Macomb County. I got to do the security code crap. Yeah. All right, so that was 2011 we looked at. I just don't understand how someone can have multiple cases with the same thing, and it's been going on. This is nothing. See, if I would have screenshotted and posted or shared it, it would be so many of them I wouldn't be able to add them all to my browser. This is another one. Parking. Okay, let me start real quick. Let's go to the earlier years. That's what I want to do. All right, so give me a few seconds, folks. I'm looking up the 90s and seeing because that's when it started originally, when you started catching these charges. Okay, so this says defective equipment. And he has several auto shops, but apparently that they've been using faulty equipment. They were even sued from Valvoline, I believe, for faulty equipment and failure for a breach of contract. That's what that civil suit was about in my first video. Okay. traffic ticket. Somebody who never has license, registration, or insurance. You have a lot of small civil infractions that you're committing. Like you actually have valid license, but you don't. That's what I don't get. But hey. Okay, let's see. Sorry, guys. I got to do this puzzle every time I look at this website. I want to say, if not Hazel Park, it's Ferndale. It's somewhere in Oakland County. I think he has some too. I'm about to check that one out. I believe it might be Southfield. Abandoning cars, that's one of them. But yeah, let me switch to it. Let me switch to city to show you guys that he has stuff everywhere. Gotta keep doing this puzzle again. Okay, so he has two in Clinton Township. Let's see. So let me see what this one says. Oh, no proof of insurance. Go figure. Let me share this. All right. Thought I was sharing it the whole time. All right. So we have no proof of insurance, Clinton Township, around the same time as the other one. And I'm going to check Redford because I think he has something out there and somewhere in Oakland County. It might be Southfield. I'm going to check both. This one is probably no license or registration or expired plates, one of the two. And I want to say Frank did some time, but not too much time. And honestly, I think that's probably where him and Jarvis met. They're only a year apart, so I can see them running in the same circles and being how they're PDF offenders. They are more than likely to run in the same circle. Sorry about that. Another one, expired plate, no plate, operator unlicensed vehicle. Those were in Clinton Township. So you got those in Clinton Township. You got some in Dearborn. Now let me switch to Southfield. Okay, so you don't have nothing in Southfield. Let me check Redford. And the only reason I'm picking these locations is because these are the areas where his shops are located. I don't think he has any in the Dearborn area. I think more so that's more like a residential area because a lot of people of that nationality, they frequent that city. Okay, you don't have none in that one either. Let's see. I already told his Detroit rap sheet. It was another court in Oakland County. I want to say Hazel Park or either, it wasn't Southfield because I just looked that one up. Or Ferndale. I can't see him getting into trouble in Royal Oak, so that's why I wouldn't even. That ain't even a city where you can even go 5 miles per hour. Okay, so nothing in 43rd. I'm checking one more. Oh, so we do have some in Westland. Okay, let's see. Okay. And guys, these searches they do take quite a little bit of time, especially if you got a rap sheet this long that goes back to the 90s. This is for defective equipment missing. Go figure that. And what's the other one for? It's freezing up on me. Give me a second, guys. before this computer get on my nerves. I'm so ready for my MacBook. I'm real. This is what I'm about to get it in a couple weeks. Get rid of this dinosaur computer that I got, folks. So I apologize for the latency. Okay, so here we go for the second charge in Westland. No proof of insurance, pretty much. See, no proof of insurance yet again. I wonder if he got any in Allen Park, the same place where Jarvis caught a charge as well. Let me see. Okay, none at Allen Park. All right, guys, but pretty much I was showing that to give you guys, you know, an overview of the current situation that's going on. He is a known pedophile because I verified that through his criminal charge that he got back in 2007. Let's see, yeah, this is him right here, Fadi Hakim, aka Frank, and you can see the date was in 1998. Fast forward to, these are all his, 1998, 2001, 2002, I think 2005. And I'm gonna just share my thoughts. I personally feel like he does not. I don't think he's here legally. Just let me just say that. Those are my personal thoughts and opinions. You can take that with a grain of salt or whatever, but I just personally feel like he's meant to be here or not here legally. Put it like that, because everyone has a right to be in this in our country if they're here legally, but illegally, no, sir. You got 3 in 2011, probably off of the same thing. No insurance, no license plate, no license. So it's like you're trying to obscure your identity for a reason, sir. What is it that you don't want us to know about you? You already try to, go about another name, deceive us with your name, disobey traffic. That ain't nothing. He got 2 on. He got 3 on the same day, so there's more to it than that. Let me see what this one is about. Yep, registration, plate violation. And he had a third one. He had 3 on that same day in that same year. I'm just saying, like, these type of charges, even though they might be small, it can lead to a bigger picture. There's no reason that you're driving around with no license plate, no insurance, or no registration, and yet you own 7 shops. So that part I'm not really quite understanding. And if you look at the timelines of the years, you've been doing it. Okay, that was improper passing. Let's see what the latest is. So his 2016 charge, let me see. Like, it's no way. I understand, like, Michigan has the highest auto insurance rates in the country compared to any other state, but it's no reason how you go 20 plus years without no insurance, no license plate, no driver's license, no registration. Ain't no way in hell. Okay, prohibited parking. That wasn't nothing. But yeah, guys, that's what I just wanted to share with you guys. I don't want to keep you here any longer. I just wanted to share my personal thoughts. You're allowed to put them in my comments as well. This is a safe space. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I feel like he's hiding something as far as his legal status of being in this country. That's no offense to anyone out there. I'm just calling it how I see it. It's too many red flags you're raising, sir, about your identity, your demographic information. But yeah, but that's all I got for you folks. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not. Hit the thumbs up button, reshare, repost, and have a good one. And I'm out.